One of my subscribers says that he's read statements from Zen Buddhists and other Buddhists of other traditions who don't believe in Amitabha and in the existence of the Pure Land. And some, he says, even call Pure Land false Buddhism. Yet he says in chapter 7 of the Lotus Sutra, there is mention of Amitayus and that he resides in the West. So if he is mentioned, then he is real. How can they say he is false? Well, this is an important question, and my reply or my answer to this individual was, I am glad to hear that you have discovered Buddhism. It sounds like you have already exposed yourself to a number of important teachings. I understand how it can be somewhat confusing, given what appear to be certain contradictions. As you study some of my videos and other sources, you will come to appreciate the fact that no human concept system can be fully accurate in characterizing ultimate reality. In the deepest sense, all things and persons are empty of an independent, separate existence, but we still must communicate with words. Thus, the Buddha used a variety of methods, including parables and stories, to help convey the truth. His different methods were designed to address the needs and characteristics of different types of human personalities and different capacities for understanding and practice. While many traditions actually do recognize Amitabha Buddha and encourage meditation on him, as well as recitation of his name, those of us who identify with the Pure Land tradition have him as our primary spiritual focus. The reason we follow this easy path, based on reliance upon the other power of Amida, is that we have concluded that we are unable to follow the alternative, namely, the rigorous holy path of sages that is recommended in, say, the Tendai tradition. Ultimately, we rely on Amida as a matter of faith, so it brings us satisfaction to read about him in sutras like the chapter in the Lotus Sutra which you referenced, or in the Pure Land or Sukhavati Sutras. Well, this is a basic question that we see raised over and over in terms of the extent to which Amida Buddha and the Pure Land are, quote, real. But what is real? What is real? Is my concept of myself as a separate being named John, am I real in a truly ultimate sense? It's hard to say with any definitiveness, given some of the insights that are shared, for example, within the Mahayana Sutras, by the various Dharma masters who have experienced prajna or wisdom and have experienced that non-dual consciousness that tells them, that informs them that, as it is said, all dharmas are unborn. They do not arise, they do not fade away. So when we think of ourselves as an individual, that's an illusion. That's one of the three poisons. Along with greed and anger, we have ignorance, or it's illusion or delusion, or however you want to express it. That we don't, look, let's look at where we are in the scope of evolution. How many generations ago were my great grandparents, or the beings from which I evolved, roaming around in the forest as chimpanzees? How arrogant it is that we think that we have the ability to fully understand who we are and the nature of this reality within which we exist. So again, we use our minds, our thinking minds. We are amazing beings in terms of our self-awareness and our ability to solve certain kinds of practical problems that can impact upon our survival or our demise. But that doesn't mean that we have the full picture. And so, this concept of Amida Buddha and the Pure Land, it is in one way a provisional kind of parable or story, but it's one that resonates with us. It's one that feels true when when we experience the implications of it in terms of us being a part of nature, us being interconnected with everything around us being a part of the universe, grasped, never to be abandoned, so it helps us feel our interconnectedness and helps us to get in touch with the profound feeling that we belong in this skin, we belong in this world, we belong in this universe. And for that, we certainly have a basis for feeling great. Thanks, deep gratitude, profound appreciation. And for me, the focus for that gratitude is Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots.